Welcome to TargetLockTV. My name is Simon, and I'm here in Trollhättan, Sweden, doing a live tournament coverage today. And with me in southern Sweden, we have Kristofer Bengtsson. Welcome, Kristofer.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. This will be fun. It's going to be probably the last tournament with the old points. So we'll just see how good stuff used to be.
Exactly. We have Niklas with us on the table for round 3, and we also have Thomas Berneving. Let's see. I just asked Thomas to color code his A-wings, which made CC be a yellow dot.
Yeah, because
is white.
Because Greer is moving first because in Q4, and he put the dots on the ships.
Yes.
And instead of on the bases.
And I forgot to check which one of the X-wings are green and which one is red.
I mean, green has to be Nimi because it's moved. And the other one is Nien, and Nien hasn't moved. So green is Nimi.
There we go. That's why I got experts with me.
No, I mean we have the second best Swedish player on
the stream. Are you with me, Kristofer? Or did I lose you? Go. Let's do some cleaning up. Thank Nobby for being with us in the last round.
Yeah. For those people wondering, we're seeing Niklas doing the tyrannical R5TK combo on Paylob, shooting his cluster missiles, using Munition's failsafe to keep the charges, but powering up the SAM crew on Paylob. So when the engagement gets going, Paylob will already have SAM charged for those 3 extra shots, which is one of the main reasons that SAM Wessel is now way more expensive, because it's an insanely powerful crew.
So do we blame Niklas or do we blame AMG?
I think we blame whoever designed the crew over at FFG and pointed it way too low. And I don't know who that was. I do have a suspicion, but I'm not going to name any names because Sam is just broken. And the main thing I think we can see Niklas has changed here is he's put Cutthroat on Paylob. I don't think he had Cutthroat before, because Cutthroat will also power up Sam if someone else dies.
Yeah. There we go, and Nob is pointing out that we finally got A-wings on the table.
Yeah, the most oppressive ships in the game. Those resistance A-wings should definitely be nerfed. Because like running past your opponent and just turning your arcs to the back, that's just a big negative play experience, right? Yeah, A-wings are really fun to fly. And once they're costed appropriately, they're pretty decent to play against as well. I mean, they did raise Merle, didn't they? He's actually not less expensive than the generics.
Yeah.
Had the same initiative. Yeah, I think Lulu was the one that needed to fix first, because Lulu gets the extra die, and then it was ZZ who was... ZZ is obviously the best one because you get a free extra action.
Yeah. I made a discovery here while entering the players' lists and rearranging the points, that Thomas's list actually gone down 2 points with the new point system.
Yeah, a lot of the named X-Wing pilots in Resistance went down, and some of the generics went up, I think, just to make it slightly less obvious to just run the resistance beef, because T70s are really good.
And let's just have a look here at the resistance list. We got CC. We know what CC does. After you defend or perform an attack, you may spend 1 charge. You gain 1 focus or evade token. Then we got Greer, which says after you fully execute the maneuver, you may rotate your mobile arc. And then we have Nimi, which says while you perform an attack, if the defender's initiative is higher than yours, you may change 1 blank result to a focus result. And Ninam, after you gain a stress token, if there's an enemy in your front arc at range 0 to 1, you may remove that stress token.
But we don't see the normal pattern analyzer on Nien, which makes him dance everywhere with his red maneuvers. We could also mention some of the abilities on Niklas' side. He's got Paylob, who at the start of engagement can steal a focus or evade if they are at range 1 to 2 in arc, I believe. And Captain Justero can, when someone takes damage when they're not the defender, he can take a bonus attack against that target, which works really well with Tyrannicolda, who can trigger his, or her, I don't know, bullseye ability and basically do auto damage if they don't have green tokens. Or they spend the token, right? I don't remember. Or is it just that if they don't have the token, they take damage? I never remember. And since you have cluster missiles, she can shoot twice, and she can even start shooting at one of her own ships, which the R5TK droid allows, which means he can shoot into payload and just ignore that by using munitions failsafe, and trigger her ability in bullseye on anything that's there, and then shoot again with cluster missiles, and then trigger her ability again. So there's a lot of potential, and if any one of those triggers happen, Captain Justera will trigger as well. And with Sam on Paylob will also be able to shoot twice. Not every round, but probably enough just to do enough damage. And then he's got a lone Black Sun Enforcer in the Star Viper, who he's using as a flanker. And right now has been positioned right in front of those A-Wings. But with 3 green dice and a token, she's probably, I mean, she might take damage, but it's not the end of the world where she is right now.
No, it's about the. This is a lure, I think.
Oh, someone has the outer rim dice.
Yes, we've been doing a little bit of a dice control here before the game started, and the yellow gold dice turned out really nice, while the black dice are
yeah, on the camera.
somewhat problematic. But it will be alright. It will be alright.
So this is A-Wings into the Star Viper, and I don't think any damage will go through. Maybe 1. It's hard to say. Yeah, 1 shield. I think that's, I mean, maybe on average. 3 dice, 1 focus. And these have heroic, so they shouldn't be able to blank out on the attack. And now we have Paylob into the green one, which is Nimi. So this will trigger Nimi's ability, will it?
Faded.
When does Nimi's ability trigger? Is it when after defending, or is it when attacking? I don't.
Really good question. I will have a look at my.
You read them out a few minutes ago. I really forgot them.
Nimi. When you perform an attack, if the
defense... Okay, yeah, okay. So it's when she attacks, not when he gets attacked. Yep. So this is Justero, range 3. And does... Yeah, okay, he got a lock, so he's thinking about if he's going to use it or not. Because I don't think Tyranny has range here, because Tyranny does have the bullseye, but I don't think that's range, so... I mean, Tyranny should already shot, so never mind.
One hit. It's evaded. I bet Thomas is happy with his dice here.
Yeah, taking nothing and getting the shield off the Black Sun. I mean, the thing here is, like, how quickly can you either chase away or actually kill the Star Viper? Because if it takes too long, you're in a bad spot. I think Niklas is just going to ignore the gas cloud and just run straight over it to get the flank.
Yeah.
I mean, you could 3 hard left with just arrow, 2 bank with Trani, and if you want to, you can just go really fast. Well, you can go really fast with a hog, but you could go at least. The 4 straight is red, I believe. So I guess you could go 3 straight. And she's also keeping all her, or his payload. He's got a focus already stored, so if he really wants to go fast for some reason, he could. So 1 bank to the right with the Black Sun Enforcer trying to block the A-Wings, or are you afraid the A-Wings just run away and flip the arc? I mean, I think if I would have been Thomas, I would put the A-Wings into the corner, 3 hard, or like a 2 bank, 3 bank, something like that.
Yeah.
And focus, rotate.
The Black Sun Enforcer is moving first.
Yeah, and I don't think, I mean, the thing is, the A-Wings have so many options here. They can hard turn to the right or the left. And just flip their arc. I mean, if they go for the left side, they're heading into the other ones. But maybe you want to do that since you have the Nimi X-Wing just possibly just banking into them, fearing like, okay, I'll let Nimi be the one who gets shot down here if everyone else gets into position. Because if you get those A-Wings behind the block of Tirani and friends, they're in a good spot.
I guess Thomas is gonna just raise everything down and meet up with that Black Sun Enforcer, trying to get it off the table before Niklas' other ships.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, the A-Wings, I think I would send the A-Wings to the left and rotate if the Black Sun Enforcer is close so they can shoot them. And you could have the Nian do a 2 bank left. But I think I would probably 1 bank Nimi, 1 bank to the left as well, just in case Niklas decides to turn in with the rest of his ships. Yep. Because if Niklas goes for the green one and the green one just goes full straight boost, he's in a good spot. And if he just does a 1 bank to the left and Niklas turns inwards, he's probably not going to get shot. So it's like, I know that you know, so it's a 50-50, but it's not a real 50-50. So I think I'll just 1 bank left with the green one, just in case Niklas goes for the center, because I think it's okay to trade Nimi for the Black Sun.
Yeah.
Because it would be easier to get behind everyone with the A-Wings if that happens. But the question is, I think maybe Niklas is too smart for that. He'll probably split, so someone will shoot the green if it goes slow.
So if we are looking at Niklas's now classic list, do you think what piece is the winning piece of that list?
Payload.
Payload.
Yeah, because he's doing that one. Yep. Okay, he's going for the block. That might as well be okay. Yeah, Payload is the star because he can steal a token from whoever you're going to target to make sure Tirani's ability goes off. And with Sam Crew, he hits really hard. Normally, you don't think a Hawk is that scary, but you know, it's got the multi-crow for 3-die gun at the front, double taps, and always enough focus tokens to be happy. So yeah, he's going for the block if the A-Wings disengage. No, this is the one. It looks like a really... Does it look like a... Yeah. Okay, yeah, he went really hard, so that was a good move with Nimi then. I just saw my title on the. Okay, let's see. Did he block Caleb, or did Caleb do like a too hard to bank past him? Oh, just the one bank, so that's just basically a bump, yeah. Now, let's see, where did he move? Yeah, he went that way. I think that's the best call with A-Wings, because it's more important to get around behind Tarani than actually chasing the Black Sun. And the Black Suns, they don't have one heart, right? So that Star Viper has to either disengage completely or go over the rock next turn.
It sounds almost philosophical when you're talking about chasing the Black Sun.
Yeah, or Lovecraftian.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so does he have bullseye on the green guy there? Because he's going to shoot his cluster missiles now into Paylob and then into the green Nimi. If he has bullseye, that will hurt. Oh, I think you want to boost with this A-Wing to make sure that rock isn't in your way next turn. Or, no, he decides to have all the shots go into the Star Viper.
You know what? I'm getting really... I got my spending mode on, but I'm thinking about getting a second camera or third camera just to get that top view.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it works, but I mean, this is really good enough for most of us.
Yeah. It's just, I'm getting spoiled by TTS.
Yeah, in TTS, you have as many cameras as you want, basically. You should have those on lines, they can move along with the ships as they move.
Yeah.
Like they do have in sports.
Football, yeah.
Yeah.
Go, so let's through the asteroid here.
Yeah, so there should be no damage.
Yeah. Evade.
Plenty of evades.
It's hitting a crit.
Yeah, that's easy.
And double evades.
Yeah, no worries. This is why I mean, shouldn't those A-Wings be stressed? Didn't they focus rotate?
I see one of them is.
Because they both of them... oh, Greer does it for free. Yeah, never mind. Greer can rotate for free.
Yeah, he's got his ability.
Okay. Now let's see how much damage the scum guys can do. There we can see Niklas moving around checking for the bullseye. So I guess this is range 1. Oh, he's not shooting the oh, double squiggles. So far this is going Thomas's way, for sure.
Yes.
And this is into Tarani, who also evades.
Some action from the Black Sun.
He's crit, and he's fine with it again. Okay, now
that was easy, no damage.
Well, the X-Wing is stressed, so you can't 4K over Tarani. What are the Tyranny has a 4K, right?
Yes.
This is the only turnaround move. I mean, you don't want to do that here because the A-wings will, well, at least one of them will tear you apart. So one hard with just arrow to the left. Or do you? Yeah, probably. You want to put the hawk so you can shoot the A-wings if they turn into the board.
Yeah. Yes, we'll see CC do that.
I mean, I guess you potentially could one bank left. Maybe you'll clip the crowd, maybe you won't. You don't really care because you got focus tokens, and that way you could steal tokens with payload from them if they get too close. The thing is, you could be blocked by Nimi here. Nimi could just stay where he is by doing a one straight, which I think is a pretty good move for the X-Wing here. Just get in the way. Or if Tyranny turns, you might actually have a shot at Tyranny then. Now the A-Wings will just, you could free bank with the green one is Greer, or you could hard turn in 2 with CZ. And Nien could just one bank to the right, maybe, if you actually really want to go for the Enforcer. Since the Enforcer's in a pretty bad spot for his maneuver.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just 3 bank over the rock to be in the way with the Enforcer, but that's not blue, so. But I think that's probably better because you will get back into the action quicker and you probably won't take any shots if you do that. You did lose your shield, so you're slightly more scared of the rock, but I mean, why not? 3 bank right should get you across the rock, right? And in a good spot for next turn. You might even get in the way of Nian in case Nian decides to just ignore the Black Sun Force or move into the board. Yeah, this is tricky. Yeah. Tyranny needs to either, you don't hard turn in, the A-Wings will probably outmaneuver you too easily. So you 4K anyway? Because if Yostera moves out of the way first, yeah, that should work. Yeah, easy to be in hindsight here, but I think the bank maneuver in with everyone would have been slightly better. You wouldn't have taken any shots into the X-Wing, but you didn't do any damage anyway, so it didn't matter. But I mean, that's easy to say now when we know what Thomas did.
We're waiting for the Black Sun Enforcer to decide.
Yeah, he has the trickiest dial, but I think the 3 bank right over the rock is the best move. I don't think there's a risk that it'll be shot. So okay, let's see. Okay, he's hard turning away, it looks like. Or is he hard turn and they're moving payload? Yeah, let's do the side to side. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's a safe move probably, but it's also taking some time to get back into action. But I guess you can do this and take a target lock. Or just boost. Why not? Yeah, why not? I mean, you're going to be out of the game for 2 rounds, but you're not taking any damage, yeah. Okay, here is the Black Sun. He is deciding to not go into the board. And then barrel away. Yeah. That's a good move as well. It takes you 1 more round to get back in the action and help, but might be worth it. You never know. We'll see. And this should be too hard.
Oh, it's a...
Which... Oh, it's a Talon, okay. That seems fine. Payload is doing the one bank. Yeah, I think that's the best move because that way you have the biggest threat, or you are the biggest threat to the A-Wings and their tokens. No consequences. But you'll run over it again next turn, but why not? Okay, what? We have a 3 bank with Greer. Rotate the arc. And now remember that's what Payload does. Because that should be range 2 from Payload, so there's no point in taking a focus. Unless you do it with CZ as well.
Yeah.
And it looks like if Payload shoots you, you are covered by the gas cloud as well, right?
Yep.
So just a boost. Or did he take a focus as well?
Did the 3 turn here?
Yeah, running over the cloud, getting into the action. I think that's the best. But this is why I also wanted the Black Sun Enforcer to join into that area of the board. But it's a good move as well. Probably only taking shots from the X-Wing if X-Wing turns in, and the A-Wings. And this A-Wing at the bottom is probably obscured through the gas cloud, if it even has arc. So, too hard, I assume? Or are you just running into the corner? Yeah, too hard.
Indeed. Straight into the mouth. Oh.
Yeah, this is where you... I mean, you shoot first, which means you will get your focus after you engage, which means you have the focus for defense. Why stay there and do nothing? You're in the bullseye. Oh, you're afraid you would block the X-Wing, but I don't think you would have. I think you should have barreled to the left, and then after you shoot, you get your defensive token anyway. So this is a barrel to get the bullseye, because the T-70s get 3 dice in the bullseye. If he gets the bullseye, let's see. So, yeah, he did take a focus. Why? Payload just steals it. You just take target lock or barrels or boosts, and then you get the token when you shoot. So this is into Tyranny, I assume? Because Tyranny was strained with no effect. Yeah, okay. I mean, if everyone can shoot Tyranny, Tyranny goes down pretty quick.
Yeah, I didn't see
but
what happened.
Now he forgot his... Did he forget his CZ trigger? It looks like the charge is flipped, but there's no... Or is there a token? I don't know. It might be the screen I'm looking at that is really bad due to the internet connection.
Heals down and a damage card on Tyranny.
Well, that's some pretty good dice from the A-Wings. Ooh.
Very good dice.
So this is the one. Let's see if CC gets away or not.
No.
That looks like a lot of paint.
Takes one.
And is she in the bullseye? I think she is. So she'll take another one, right? Or she has to spend the focus. Yeah, because he spends the focus because there's a gas cloud when Payload shoots, and Justero is unmodded. And if you do take damage, Justero will trigger from that. Yeah, so yeah, you spend it to avoid Justero's bonus attack. Was close.
Hit any crits? Oh, that's one crit in. Well, oh, he's actually dead.
Was it a direct hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, a tokenless A-wing. Didn't... Wait, who was this from? This was from... Did he forget to use the gas cloud?
This was just zero.
Okay, so no worries. No gas cloud. No mistakes.
Halo 1 crit.
Turret into the other I-wing, I assume.
Niklas revealed condition lost. At the end of the round, basically. Just gonna go and see what happened with CC. Be back in a second.
Yep, okay, so new turn. Now you need to burn down Tirani, because Tirani is on 6. This is why I would have liked the X-Wing to just stay put, because then you could just hard turn behind her. But I guess we'll try to make this work. Yes. 3 hard around the rock, please try to get back in with green. Greer is in a pretty bad spot. I mean, you could just ignore the gas cloud and turn in and hope for the best. But I think... I mean, Payload could just stop. He's got enough focus tokens. So I guess that's slightly too risky.
So... crit hit on CC was a direct hit, confirmed.
Yeah.
Pirani is moving before Nian now. Let's probably see a 4K. This is...
From Tirani, you mean?
Yeah.
It's probably... I mean, he has the option to move Palab up as a blocker as well. Just to keep that 4K for one more round before you need to do it. Because the A-Wing is in a bad spot this turn. So the options is you either stop with Palab or run into the back of Tirani, or you use Palab as a blocker. Because that way you make sure that the A-Wing is honest. It can't just turn in behind them after over the gas cloud. And the blue on the Kirax is a 1 bank, right? I think, or is it only 2 banks? Whichever it is, that's the one you do.
Yep.
Green X-Wing is out of the fight. And the Black Sun just banks in blue. So Nian is the tricky one because there is no safe move. Maybe the 1 bank left, just in case Tirani doesn't K-turn this turn. And is blocked by Pela. We'll see. So around the rock he goes. Yeah, here's the banking. And the target lock, I assume, for future turns, or if Nian goes... Oh, he's going to boost focus. Okay. Closing in quicker. Yeah. Just pointing him towards anything that goes into that area. Nian. So I think the 1 bank with Nian is... We'll see. We shall see. Oops. This doesn't happen on TTS. So this is okay. He's going to go the quick move with Payload, trying to block. And then
classic kill box.
That's a good move. So now you can this way Tyranny could be blocked and just get shots at Nien if Nien is blocked, or you just 4K. It doesn't really matter which one you pick, because the 4K will be blocked, or you will be shooting. Yeah, he did the block one. I think this is the better call because you stall Tyranny for 1 round.
I'm not sure about this angle though.
It's fine. 4K won't hit the rock, will it?
Be all right.
I mean, it's a medium base. Medium bases always fit. Now, though, the A-Wing could actually do the sneaky hard 2 over the cloud now, because there's nothing protecting the back. But he might not care, because if he gets Nien, that's fine. But it looks like he did the 2 straight, yeah. So now you set up a target lock for future, because you can't get a shot. Why stress yourself for no reason? There's no one shooting you. Why? Okay, never mind. We'll see. The boost is okay, but there's no point of taking the perks. And here's the block. Okay. So this should be a very sad Nien, but if Nien can get some good dice into Tyranny here, it might be okay.
He might leave with a smile.
Yeah, he might not even die. He's at T70. You never know. But I mean, he's going to get hurt by the bullseye effect because he has no tokens. Yeah. And only hit crit. He needed more than that. I mean, it could be a bad crit, but
damage sensor
array. That doesn't really matter because he's K turning next turn. So, I mean, if Nien lives, he's no really good place to go anyway, because if he K turns, there's not going to be anyone around for the ability to trigger probably. And now Justero is probably going to shoot him twice at range 1.
3?
Yeah.
3 shields.
Yeah, this is probably the end of. Because he also gets the bullseye damage, and that means Justero now triggers before Justero's normal attack, right?
Yep. He's showing the. Yeah. So he's getting the Justero attack.
And that should be range 1 as well, right? So there's going to be 2, 3.
It's 3 hits.
Okay.
It's 2 damage into him now.
And there's 1 more of these coming. So, and then there's also the Black Sun guy. So.
2 hits.
And yeah, he has a turret lock as well. So.
Oh, 4 hits. That's 2 damage.
And he keeps rolling evades, but yeah, in vain. Yep. I mean, it's a good setup by Niklas. He prevented the K turn by stalling Justero.
He hits like
Tyranny, I meant. And yep.
It's the multiple attacks is just so powerful.
Yeah, and he didn't even need Payload and his Sam Crew in this turn, except as a blocker. I think the thing is, you can't send any ship just straight at Tyranny with these friends around, because because you have to. I mean, into Kimagila, you can outmaneuver it with almost anything, except a lambda, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's like, and you really have to, because if you get caught, you die. So this is a uphill climb for an A-wing and a T-70, and everything is turning around. So we get 4Ks from 5Ks or 3Ks, whatever they have. 3 and 5, I think, on the Kirax. 4K and Tyranny. You could probably do the 2 or 3 bank right with the Hawk and turn the turret the other way to his right and send the Black Sun just anywhere he wants, basically. So he's looking at where the A-Wing and the X-Wing will be. So they won't go for Tyranny when she's vulnerable, when she K-turns.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Thomas's. Yeah, she's. You just have to get in there and try to get. Now you target lock before everything else is moving out of range.
Yeah.
So you target lock whoever you want. Probably Tyranny if you can, but you probably can. Because Tyranny is down to 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting greedy.
So now you're probably going to get shot by the Black Sun and Paylob.
Caleb is backing out. Not a sloop, it's a magnetized ship.
Sorry. Yep. And you rotate. Rotate, you have to cover the center. Or no? I can't see the screen, it's too blurry for me. Did he rotate?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and then he linked.
So he's got a strain and a stress.
Yeah, well that's fine, because no one's shooting him. Maybe they wing, but it's too far away, and he's got a rock and plenty of focus. And that's the 5K. And then 4K from Tyranny. Yeah, everyone running into the killing field here. I mean, there might not be that much damage in this turn, because only the Black Sun and Paylob have modifications, and Paylob shooting with a turret. But oh, did he not get her? Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, we just his hands covering up the.
Where is that rock?
Yeah,
Most
easy.
funny.
Not even close. Yep. So now I mean, just don't take tokens when Paylob is around. I mean, if you have lots of ships, okay, but it's one ship with a token, it's like, here, have my method. Oh well, I won't do that mistake in next terms. You live and learn. So now you shoot. I mean, either you shoot the Black Sun, hoping to strip the token, or you shoot. I mean, I think he's shooting into Paylob, and I think that's the wrong call, but heroic! And it didn't help. I think I think you shoot the Enforcer, hoping to. And now he gets to be shot back by Zam, right?
Yeah, you better mean business.
Yeah, he's spending the charges. This is like, please shoot me. I mean, he does have 4 dice, so maybe. I assume that was nothing. And he's got range with Tyranny as well. Two shields.
2 shields.
And this is just there into Nimi as well. 1.
Oh!
His dice aren't helping. Pale up again.
Target lock. Ben's focus for 2. And that's easily evaded.
I mean, he was bound to roll some of it eventually. And now he shoots into Justero.
1 hit.
Is he just... I mean, he's not tokened up, so it doesn't matter if for his ability or not. And the Black Sun.
Into Nini. Spends focus
2.
for 2. And it.
I mean, that could have gone worse.
Yeah, it could have gone a lot worse.
So
blanking out on this.
Now you have to probably 5 straight with the A-Wing. And hope no one blocks you. And the X-Wing is... I mean, you could go 4 straight and boost, try to block Tyranny, and hope no one else has a shot on you. But, I mean, you're not winning the game by doing that, because you're behind. So either you decides to, I mean, keep your MOV, trying to keep the ships alive for half an hour, or you try to kill something.
Question is if you can realistically run away from half an hour.
I don't think. I mean, the A-Wing can, but probably not the X-Wing. I mean, it does have boost. It's potentially possible because only the Star Viper is fast enough. Okay, they forgot that he was trained or something, so they re-rolled something.
We'll go and see if there were any changes to the fourth state. Back in a second.
I don't think they did, but make sure. I don't think Niklas flipped any token back or took any extra cards. So you just leisurely get rid of the stress on Tyranny and Justero. You hard turn Pale up 2 and take a target. No, you can use stressed. You probably hard turn anyway to have shots. And the Star Viper 1 banks. Yep, why not? I mean, the one move that is you can't do anything about is the 5 straight from the A-Wing. I mean, you could probably block it, but it's like, I don't think it's worth it. Because if you can just erase the X-Wing, it doesn't matter if Greer gets away. Yeah, because if you do the one bank left to run here, you might have the bullseye as well, and then the Nimi is absolutely dead. Yeah, here's the 1 bank. He is deciding to make sure he's not in arc, because he hits after the X-Wing.
linking to a focus.
Did he take a focus with the X-Wing again?
Yep.
Okay, so Paleb says thank you. And yeah, and I think this is, I don't know, does the Kilomagila has a 1?
Yep.
I mean, he also doesn't care because he has the crit that prevents, yeah, and he doesn't even care about the stress here really, just too hard, making sure his ability is in the game, and he's going to steal the focus. So he doesn't need his own actions when he can just take the focus of the X-Wing.
Ooh.
And doesn't Tirani move first? No, this is Greer, never mind. That was the other one. Oh yeah, he bumped. I mean, it was a good attempt to get away with the X-Wing or the A-Wing, but I think the 5 straight would have been better. And I guess this is a bump, and even if it's not, it's going to be a range 1 on the X-Wing. So, and yeah. So he either flips damage sensor array or take the focus. So he takes the focus.
It looks like our scan.
And hold on, Paleb is going to steal stuff before you shoot. Yep, here goes the focus token. That's all.
We are having.
So this is Greer into Paleb. And then he's charging up his tokens, or getting a target lock. He's getting a target lock. And getting 1 charge back.
Yeah. Got the dice back.
Okay, so who's next? Try. Just shoot the X-Wing, ignore the A-Wing.
Ignore the A-Wing. Save the world.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The X-Wing is easier to hit. Yeah, Niklas knows what he's doing, so. Target, priority, correct. I can see, it looks like a few symbols.
It's 2 hits and it's 2 evades. Bullseye into Greer?
Yep. Because Greer has no tokens. This is 1 shoot. And now your Stero gets the shoot. Yeah. And I think this might be range 2. Yeah, maybe not. They didn't even measure. How many dice did they roll?
Ouch.
Okay. So this is down to 1 hit point on the A-Wing. Yep. And now you have another shot with just arrow.
Did not catch what that crit was.
So Paleb first, because you have, I think everything goes into the A-Wing now, because you have the Black Sun into the X-Wing. Because if Paleb gets lucky here, the A-Wing just dies.
Oof.
Looks like he did. Well, I mean, it's not even being lucky. Like average dice is 1 evade when you have 3 dice and no mod. And now the Stero's real attack, so to speak, and that looks good.
Hit in a crit. Fuel leak and a...
Fuel leak. I mean, he's down to how many? 3?
2.
2. So 1 crit kills him, which doesn't really matter. So I guess, I mean, there's not that much to play for because Nimi isn't even shooting before the big hitters in Niklas' list. So let's see if he, yeah, okay. And now he's probably going to die.
Ooh, Spendy. That's a good chip.
Yeah, okay, good game. Well, Niklas executed what his squad does perfectly. Thomas had a pretty good opening. I liked his block and how he moved his A with. But I think he put Nien in a spot where he had no way to go after all of Niklas' ships turned into the board. But up until that one, it was a pretty good maneuvers by both players. So it was fun.
Yeah.
And good thing that Sam Crew is now slightly more expensive.
Yeah,
okay, that was nice.
So the point difference on Niklas was 207 points, I think, with the new points. So it's.
I mean, most of his stuff didn't go up. It was basically just Sam, and Cutthroat went up 1, right? So, yeah. I mean, it's a good list. It has some really nice tricks, and if you don't know how to play against it, it just tears you apart, as we saw right now.
Thank you so much, Thomas. Congratulations, Niklas God, and thank you so much, Kristofer, for joining me today on this live stream.
Yeah, no worries.
Hope to speak to you soon again, and we're gonna be having a little bit of a break, I guess, for about half an hour before the last round of the game is due. We will be joined by Philip from Serbia.
Vukic?
Yes.
Say hi to him.
I will. Cool.
Okay.
Thank you very much, and I speak to you later, Kristofer.
Yeah. Have a good one, Simon. I'll be watching as well, but yes. See you soon.
Bye.